Bonjour! Welcome back. Now today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the loveliest of sweet treats, the Madeleine sponge cake. The story goes that these delectable little buttery sponge cakes were named in the 18th century by King Louis XV, who called them after his family cook Madeleine Pommier, who used to cook them for the royal family, and they became incredibly popular and they were all the rage amongst the royalty. But now of course they're commonplace snack in France. So I'm going to show you quite how easy it is to make them, and you can bust them out after a dinner party or when you're having afternoon tea and impress everyone. So we've preheated the oven to 200 degrees centigrade, and now we're going to just grease the Madeleine tin. You will need one of these because this is where they get their famous shape from, but they're really easy to pick up at any kitchenware store or online. So just get a nice bit of butter and grease. Make sure you get right into the creases of the tin. And then you just want to dust them with a bit of plain flour, and this will stop them sticking. Okay, so you're just going to beat 2 eggs with 100 grams of caster sugar to beat them together until they're pale and fluffy. So once your eggs and sugar are nice and pale and fluffy, you're just going to add all the other ingredients to the mix. So we need the juice and zest of 1 orange, and because it's blood orange season, I'm using a blood orange, but you can just use a normal orange the rest of the time. And then you just want to chop up your stem ginger, which is lovely and sweet and sticky. You don't want massive clumps of ginger, you just want little jewels, which are going to add a lovely little sticky bite to your Madeleines. So now it's just a case of combining all of the ingredients into your eggs and sugar mixture. So I'm going to go straight in with the self-raising flour, which has been sifted, and ground almonds, the ground ginger, melted butter, the orange zest, beautiful deep red, thanks to the blood oranges, and a tablespoon of blood orange juice in there, like that. And then all the stem ginger goes in there. And then just fold it all together and make sure that it's thoroughly combined. You could do this in a mixer if you wanted, but I just think it's just as easy to do it by hand. So you'll see you get quite a loose batter like this. Make sure you're scraping up all the bits from the bottom of the bowl so that nothing's clumping. And don't forget to put a pinch of salt in there as well, because it's just going to bring out all the flavours. When it's about this consistency, thick ribbons, you can leave it to sit. The batter's been resting for half an hour now, and hopefully any air bubbles have worked their way out. So what I'm going to do is just spoon the batter into the Madeleine tray, just about a dessert spoonful in each one. So the legend has it that Madeleines get their lovely shell shape from the fact that the cook who invented them ran out of didn't have a baking tin, so she ran down to the seashore and she found some shells and she did them in those, but you know, who knows. Now the cake mixture for this tastes pretty delicious, but don't be tempted to eat the whole thing before you put it in the oven. Just give it a bash to level it out a little bit, and then once you've bashed them, pop them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes till they're puffed and golden at 200 degrees centigrade. Okay, these are ready now, so I'm just going to get them out of the oven. There we go. What I really love to do is just eat them straight from the baking tin, because when they're warm, they're just so delicious and buttery. Let's give them a try. I love the way that they've got a lovely kind of biscuity, crispy edge around the outside, and then they're just all soft and fluffy and fragrant with the orange and the ginger. So good. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope you like this recipe as much as I do, and I hope that this gives you the confidence to make Madeleines at home, because they're so easy to make. If you like the recipe, it's one of many in my new book, A Lot on Her Plate, which is out now. So check it out.